Is it though? All right.
And welcome back to Is It Though podcast. Today, I'm joined with AKA Pinky, AKA Vistal, AKA Crystal. What up?
What up?
What's
up, guys?
You may have seen her from the live streams and stuff, AKA Sus, along with Sus Kevin. So there's a lot going on with the channel. There's a lot of things that are changing and stuff like that. But I think we'll get to that further as we continue on with this conversation. I know, usually in the podcast, we're talk about fun things, jovial things. Justin will talk about buttholes, that kind of all fun stuff. But this, we're gonna talk about something that's kind of I've been wanting to talk about for a long time, and because it's something that I've been dealing with behind the scenes, and I just I guess the only way to get through it is you gotta talk about it. Would you agree?
Yep, I do agree. Sorry.
Nah,
yeah, it's good to talk about stuff. Don't keep things bottled up. Definitely.
Yeah, and that's what that is basically breaking through depression and fighting through, and that's something that self-depression. I think it's such a stigma against it, because it's just people think it's just whatever, they just blow it off, but really it's one of those things that I guess millennials still around back in my day we didn't have depression, we just sucked it up, pal.
Yeah.
But no, it's something that
it's real.
Yeah, it's real.
Yeah, it does happen. We do battle it, whether
yeah,
by experience. Yeah.
Oh yeah, cause it's. I mean, for the longest times, I guess I'll start. I mean, this whole, moving, when me and Audrey and Justin, we split ways to move in different apartment stuff, which is perfectly great because it's a natural progression of things. And sure, it's all worked out great, but on the flip side, I'm going back into living by myself again. For those that don't know, before Audrey moved up here, I was living alone for 3 years, and I guess in my own self-made prison, just because I'm not social at all. And so for a long time, I was just myself. And sure, I did try to go out to meet because I don't know if you know this, Crystal. I did join a singles group, which did cost $2,000, but I did try. It's my brain, the way it is okay, how to solve this thing? Use resources, okay? Not logically. Let's go this way. And granted, there were some situations where it's okay, I can admit I messed up there, but for the most part, it's okay, it's just whatever,
Yeah.
And
dang, trade.
Yeah.
$2,000
down the drain.
Oh my god.
But yeah, now it's now during that time it was just me. So what I would do is, did what I did before, going back to old bad habits. It's when I lived in the valley, lived by myself, struggling from paycheck to paycheck, what have you. Just I turned to what else? Alcohol, because and what else am I gonna do? Single dude. The people I hung around with, that's what they want to do. And that's because, to be honest, it's not just my friends I hung around with. It's just in the valley. You can attest this. There's really not much to do. Not really that much to do. But hang around and go to the bar scene. But the point I'm trying to make, I'll let you go, is now I have to deal with that anxiety of that fear of, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm back on my own again. Sure, it's great, but that anxiety of battling depression, of not having them around, of dealing with the quietness and the coming home to an emptiness, right? But trying to not see it as coming home to emptiness, coming home to see it as an opportunity for a blessing that is unseen,
Yeah. And, you have your podcast going on, so that's something to look forward to, think about that when you get home. I know it's hard, like right now, especially with all of this like going on, the disease and this virus. It's hard
Mm-hmm.
for us to even go out and actually communicate with people like face to face.
Right.
Definitely. So we stick to that social media, and talking to people behind a phone is not the same.
Mm-hmm.
I can relate to that. Ever since, and we got sick, we got the COVID, and
Mm-hmm.
we weren't allowed to go out,
Oh
and we
man.
had, yeah, we battled it like back in June,
Mm-hmm.
and having a newborn, it was tough not having to have my family. There's still a lot of my family that hasn't even met my new baby, my
Damn.
son, and it's pretty crazy. I haven't seen my grandparents in a long time, and it does something to your mind when you're isolated. You don't have, we're people,
Yeah.
we're human. We need that human interaction, and
Mm-hmm.
but we need to find, I guess, in the meantime, find things to keep our mind busy and not idle, because
Yeah.
man, our
Yeah.
mind can play so many tricks on us.
Yeah. Big time. Like
Crazy.
like you were saying, like we need to be social, like not share through a phone podcasting like we're doing right now, but it's as humans, we need to be people. We're not meant to
Hmm.
be talking to camera fights, because
Hmm.
it's kind of like the argument I had, not argument, but discussion I had with my sister, because she had brought up the idea of going to an actual therapist and like talking about it and stuff, like going to see people, like just to get professional advice. She said, but like I didn't went to, but since so like you said, so COVID thing, you can't really see an actual therapist. You have to go to the
Hmm.
phone. And I told them it's just like, I know they mean good, but it's like it's not real to me, because you just it's like you don't get that face to face interaction. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so my
Yeah.
brain is like, are you just talking to me, just listening there because I'm paying you like what $100 to sit there? It's like, it's not to talk to a phone. It doesn't
Hmm.
seem
It's not the
real.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not the same.
Hmm.
You need that human interaction,
Yeah.
and I don't know. It's, yeah, but you're not alone, Trey.
Yeah. That's one thing.
You're not alone.
That's one thing that I know that I'm not alone to this. And like you were saying, like coming home to this podcast, like just to peel back all the layers, like this whole, like I've been thinking like because the reason I like, no lie, I have been sure that some days are better than worse, just dealing with that sadness and stuff like that. And what's keeping me away from like going back to my bad habits of just coming home, buying a six pack or buying a liquor, just drinking or whatever, is this podcast, this whole thing, like this whole Facebook thing, the Discord group is just like, no, I always tell myself, like, I can be better, I can be better, I can be better, I can, I gotta do this, do that, like you said, not trying to have my mind idle to think about all the negative stuff, but focus more on the positive, And
Yeah.
it's straight up thanks to doing this. It's because, sure, I mean, people may like say like, oh, that's dumb or whatever, but it's something that I
It's
want to
your
do.
passion. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's,
it's like in a deeper level. It's like I just like, I know that I'm not alone. Like when I go through all this stuff, it's like it's like not wanting to like give in to the negativity and like the depression and stuff like that, and when I can just turn that negative into a positive and just turn that fuel into passion to bring forth a positive way to help somebody, because it's
yeah.
just because I said, like, I think the last podcast I did by myself was like, I don't know who's watching through that screen. I don't know what you're going through, but it's like to echo what you said, you just you're not alone, and to like to know that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's fun that you do these things. I do look forward to like the Saturday Night Live, Saturday Night Live, Saturday like games, like
Yeah, yeah.
because I'm home all day.
Hmm.
I don't go out. If anywhere, I'll go to church and that's it.
Hmm.
But I'm home, and I like even if it's just through the phone, it's still fun to interact with other people, and it's good that you're doing this because you're gonna build a community, and people are gonna look forward to coming onto your podcast. And even
Hmm.
though they're not there with you physically, it's still like you still you're gonna spread that joy somehow, you know. Yeah,
Yeah.
through playing through Minecraft, you know, people just are gonna want to come on and just watch you. Like, they have nothing better to do. So just like, you know, keep it up, and you know, you're gonna do good things, and with your podcast as it grows and grows, and just something to look forward to, you know, and just keep your mind busy.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
I say that for me because, yeah, I do look forward to it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I'm just at home, and
yeah, because
you know,
yeah, like I mentioned the community, like I've met. Well, I think we all have met. Like, you know, there's Jin, there's, you know, Filipino superstar. He's learned guitar, piano. He sings. He's met his girlfriend because he sung her guitar. Like those stories. And there's Jin up in Canada, and then Thickbat. I haven't met Thickbat in person. That is strictly online. I met him from that, just straight up online. One of the funniest guys ever. Like little behind the scenes. Like, as an administrator of the Discord that we have, we saw that he left. He left our group, and I tell you what, I didn't sleep because I was thinking, did we go too far with the joke? Did he this and that? I was texting him. I was texting Kevin, and then I think it was the first Minecraft back. He was there. He was messaging us, sending stars and stuff. I was like, oh my god, he's back.
Oh my gosh. I didn't even notice he left. I know I saw his message, and I was just like, I hope he's okay. Like, I was going to actually message you and, hey, do y'all know him? Like, reach out to him or something. But yeah, it's pretty cool how we all like came together. Like, I don't even know half of these people. Just like you, Trey. You are Trey. You, Daniel, of course. Juju. You know that, and Joelle now. Yeah. Welcome, Joelle. If you watch this, woo! Shout out.
The legend. Joelle is the white buffalo, the white whale of podcasting. One day I told him we're gonna get him, but he's always busy. But I'm gonna get him one day because Joelle, like, as far as you know, like, me and him were like just like this together.
Yeah,
grew up together, just like almost damn near inseparable. Like,
we all lived in the same neighborhood. You lived in the apartments, I remember. Then Joelle lived in down the road in the corner. Yeah.
Buddha 956 cut.
You cut. Yeah. But yeah, it's crazy. Shout out to Trey. You know, depression can be real for us. I struggled with it in high school. And it's crazy. I remember Trey walking around in school with his Bible. Joelle, you know, and then just like to see like a person like smile and say, like, you know, like, hey, hope you're having a good day, or, you know, and like, you know, life growing up was crazy for me, you know. I started drinking at when I was in 5th grade, like, crazy. That's how early, like, I started drinking, and I never did drugs until high school, actually, you know. It was just crazy, like how y'all played your part in my life, you and Joelle, like, and you know, invited me to church and stuff, and it does something to a person when you actually show them that you care. But yeah, it's crazy. We're not alone.
Yeah.
You're not alone too, Trey.
do you think that's what's missing nowadays, is people that genuinely care? Because, you know, with, like, you see all around social media, like, oh, yeah, care. But when the bell tolls, where
are they?
Yeah, they're, like, nowhere to be found. And
yeah,
I mentioned you saw me ask carrying on a Bible. Like, that's something, like, that goes without saying, that also helps you battle this depression, is just having that faith, you know, that faith base. Because, like, sure, I'm not the most religious person. Sure, I'm not, you know, this or that, but just having that foundation, just, you know, having that, it's like, okay, that's letting me know that, okay, I you know, like, I'm on the right path. You know, in my heart, that, okay, this is the right thing to do, you know, even though I can't see it, you know.
Yeah, definitely. But it's good to talk about it open up. Don't be afraid, to be afraid to admit that you're battling depression. Like you need
Yeah.
you. It does help when you're open about it. It doesn't help entirely. You still feel that weight on you,
Hmm.
but you feel that some relief by just expressing it and talking about it.
Hmm.
Um, you definitely won't get over it relying on somebody. Like how do I say it? Like even being married, I still struggle with it sometime. Not even my husband can fix that for me.
Hmm.
Like, um, but my faith, like I gotta just continue pulling through. I have um my little ones that look up to me.
Yeah.
You have
Yeah.
your sibling, you have your sister. She may not be there, but you're pretty sure she still looks up to you, and
Hmm.
she wants to see you
Like you had
pulling
meant,
through.
like you had mentioned, like you said, you're going through it, and and sometimes like even your husband can't help you. Like that's kind of how I feel with my little sister because she's been open. Like some podcast, she's saying like part of the reason why she's not like does not like forced podcast, but just kind of staying away from that and social media in general because depression is something she is battling with, and at first when I heard about it, when she told me about it, at first I didn't understand. First I was just like, oh, what do you mean? You got everything you want, just be happy and stuff. But fast forward to now, I get it, and I realize like it's something that it's something you unfortunately you have to battle on your own. It's as much as you want to be there for that person, the best you can do is just say I'm here if you need me. But it's something that I've learned. Sure, it's just it hurts. It hurts. I wish I could take it away. It's like I'll pay for your bills. I'll do this. I'll buy you this. It's fine. I'll help you. Smooth transition or something. Anything you need. Like if I had to
Mm-hmm.
work overtime, I got you. But it's not gonna. It won't help her in that way to get over that. It's something that you know. I mean, I'm not a parent myself, but I could imagine it kind of hurts to know that like you can't really help. It's something they have to like
Learn
battle
to, yeah,
or become on their own. And the best thing you can do
yeah,
is just essentially just sit on the sidelines and just hope for the best.
yeah. Offer that support always. Um, yeah, because it can be like that. Like no matter it, like my husband can try or whatever, but it's something that I gotta battle and work out myself.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to explain. It's weird. You would think that um he'd be able to help, but it's like your mind is just so crazy. Like that weight is on you. It's just crazy, but
Yeah.
yeah, definitely it's hard when you can't. Especially with my siblings, I've experienced that.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely hard when you can't offer. I mean, you feel like you want to do everything in your power to help them out and get them out of that hole, but all you can do is just offer some words sometimes. Anyway.
Not to go back, but like during high school, you said you were going through kind of a rough thing. Do you want to talk about what kind of brought you out of that? Was it just like purely just that faith that kind of brought you out of that rut that you said you were going through during those times?
Um, yeah, well, my dad's my dad plays a big part in that.
Mm-hmm.
I know growing up, I don't really have my parents,
Mm-hmm.
but my dad, him being a Christian, like he's helped me because he's experienced it like himself, and he kind of understands, what I'm feeling. And
Mm-hmm.
he always reminds me, like Second Timothy 1:7, like it says God didn't give us the spirit of fear
Mm-hmm.
or anxiety, but love and power and a sound mind. Sound mind, like a peaceful mind. Like he didn't make give us the spirit for like chaos in our minds and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah.
And anytime I like feel that weight, or like my mind's just racing with a bunch of noise, like it's crazy, I always just like remember that verse and I say it out loud, like
Mm-hmm.
God didn't give that spirit of fear to me. So I renounce it, and that's how I pull through. And I trust in God. Like, I allow him to speak into my life and help me out through it. Like, truly, like, without him, I don't know. I don't know where I'd be right now. I don't think I'd be here if it wasn't for him,
Yeah.
And that's one thing, like I say, I want to thank you for, because you like kind of instilled that in my heart. Like, in high school, I didn't fully understand it, but that little seed was planted in my heart, and like throughout the years it like grew and started making sense to me. And I thank you for that, like, just for even inviting me, like, to church.
Yeah.
It didn't make sense. It was kind of weird and off to me, but that seed was planted, and in time and throughout the years it grew, and it made sense to me. And I truly believe, if I didn't have that, faith or in God or whatever, like, I truly would not be here at all. But that's, yeah.
I'm just happy and thankful to to play a positive role, in that, in
Yeah.
doing so. But isn't that wouldn't that be like the key? Isn't the key to solving, like, not key to solving, but kind of helping breaking through? Just like you said, it's making that one effort to help somebody, to reach out. But even if, like you said, even do like a little invitation or a conversation.
Yeah, definitely. It does help out, because in your mind, like, you're battling, like, I'm alone. I'm lonely. No one cares about me, or this and that. Like, I don't know, whatever your situation is at home, or whatever you're going through, you're in your mind. That's what you're thinking. Those lies that you're alone. No one cares about you. Um, you're like, but
Yeah.
when you just offer that, like, someone random, like, just offers that opportunity, or says hello, or whatever, that it does something. It does something to you. Like, I didn't have anything, Trey, like, nothing. Like, I was always running away from home. I grew up in a violent home, and like I said, I was drinking already in fifth grade. Like, what am I doing? 10 years old, 9 years old, drinking. You know what I mean? Like, I was really headed down the wrong road. Like, there was so many times that I even, like, I hope it's okay to mention it, but because it's real. Like, there was so many
Yeah,
times I even
it's
try
real.
to, like, take my own life. Okay, I'm gonna say it. I know I'm sorry. I know it's gonna go on Facebook or wherever, but I hope they don't mind me saying it. But you know what? It's real. It happens, and I was so upset that I couldn't even succeed at that. But depression is real, but it's important, like, to talk it out, even if someone does care. Like, there is somebody out
Yeah.
there that does truly care. And just you offering that invitation, like, spoke a lot into my life. Even if you didn't know it, if you didn't realize that at the moment, it did a lot. Because from there, that's where all my life just turned around completely. Yeah.
It's really hard to process, just knowing
But
that.
you see, like, you have an impact on people, so don't give up. I know it's hard, like, it's easier said than done. If you're battling it yourself, but just know that you do make an impact on people, and you're going to continue to do that, whatever, especially through this podcast. And yeah, you're not alone. Definitely, you have a purpose, and you are worthy, and you have great plans. You have great plans ahead of you.
John,
Definitely.
yeah, John, yeah. It's just getting there, It's like, trying to
Yeah.
think of that. I remember that, just like, yeah, like, just that, Yeah. I'm just trying to process all this right now.
Mm. I don't know if you even knew of any of this.
No,
This is the first time I'm telling you.
yeah, I didn't know. I didn't
Like,
know.
this is the first time I'm telling you. Like, I would never have seen myself in Cards for Christ, like, early, like, Like
like
just by there, like you doing that, like I saw like something different in you than compared to my other friends, to
mm,
where little by little I was like, I want something different, and I started, because of you, I started seeing that there can be something different for me. And
mhm,
yeah, I actually did lose friendships because of it, but because I wanted to get rid of that
yeah,
toxic toxic
toxicity,
people, whatever,
yeah,
in my
yeah.
life, and I wanted something better for myself, because you showed it and proved that it can happen.
I was gonna say
So
it's like right now like it's crazy to think like even before you tell me this, no lie, just to feel like just be real, like Sunday and then Saturday, like I think it was a Friday, the first live stream back, the last 20 minutes I almost passed out of a pure exhaustion, and then I woke up that Saturday like, I did all the negative thoughts like, hey, why am I killing myself over this? Why am I doing this? I don't know. It's not making a difference. And I was just been bad at that whole thing. It's like, you know, I was thinking, okay, is this worth continuing the page and everything? Because that's self doubt. It's like it's tough. It's tough, like for me to like do a podcast now because it's like I'm used to having, Justin there or audio there, like a full crew. The whole thing,
hmm
and it's just weird. And I've been battling that all day, like all Sunday, like maybe he's just like I don't know if you've seen that meme of Jonah Hill. It's like, no, cut it out.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like my brain was like,
Yeah.
maybe if I can do this, I can try this, try this. My brain's just like, nah, cut it off, nah, cuz.
Yeah.
But like now you tell me that's like, maybe, yeah, maybe it's like that's how I know it's like, the man upstairs, God, it's holding all the cards because there's no way I didn't know this. Like I didn't know. It's like
hmm
it's kind of like what's that word? It's like it starts with the A, affirmation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of that. It's like, okay, maybe okay, I am doing something right, or
hmm
I am making that kind of impact because that's, you know, high views and high follows, high subscribers. That's not really it's about. It's like making that one difference. It's like it's
hmm
if you could make somebody's day, if you could like turn somebody's life around, but like you said about that one seed, is like that's success. No, like to me, like I think thanks to social media, people like these kids think success is like, oh, the cash, the money, high heels, and whatever. But in reality, their own reality of success is somebody else's idea of what success was. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? So, like I understand what success to me is. Success to me is like, making a difference in somebody's life. Even though like I know, like I'm very self-aware. I know I mumble a lot. I like I'm just awkward at times, especially like in human interactions. Like I make dad jokes. I do this and that, and you know, I'm like I'm like the real life Michael Scott, of The Office. It's just
Oh
like
my
it's
gosh.
just like if I can make the good comparison, but like if just like if that makes somebody's day, like you said, if you see somebody just smile, that's all that. I think that's all should matter, right? Just making a
Yeah.
difference.
And it's hard to smile because now we have masks on.
Yeah.
But hey, but just say hello. I hope you're having a good day,
Happy
or
eyes. Happy eyes.
yeah, like hi, ojitos, ojitos. No, just say hey. I hope you're having a good day, or it does make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Like you won't be able to see that smile on that person's face because of our masks, but
Yeah.
it makes a difference. People are going through it, especially now.
Yeah.
So
It's something like that, like all this stuff's going on. That's because it says like everybody else is like it's become like white noise. It's like, okay, put the mask on, blah 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 blah. It's like we're all going through it.
yeah,
So
but yeah.
what are some things that you do, to help somebody out listening? What are some things that you do kind of like get your mind out of that, like that kind of a bad day? Like I mentioned before, like for me, like some days I have bad days with depression. I what I do is I basically just get to a place, put some music on, just relax, zone out, and like not think, because that's part of the reason why. Because I like to overthink a lot, and that's I kind of like, hey, stop, breathe, and let's just refocus.
Yeah.
What are some things that you do to kind of like get out of that self doubt to help continue to break through the depression?
Um, what I do is one, exercise helps relieve that anxiety that you might be feeling. Um, exercise helps, definitely. I guess just keeping busy. I have a business, so I keep busy with that too. Keeping busy with that. Go for a walk. I don't know, music. I go to church. Definitely seeing people at church helps me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Just that human interaction.
Yeah, it's that
I
it's that human interaction, like to know that hey, like you're not alone. Like hey, we're here.
Yeah. And definitely don't overwork yourself. I know this is something that you really, really want to do, but you definitely need to take time for self-care, like for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because that keeping busy, maybe being too busy might even drive you to go into depression because like you want to make all of this happen for your podcast, but then it's like you're not taking time for yourself either.
Mm-hmm.
You definitely need to take time for yourself,
Yeah,
self-care,
that's
and
something like
breathe.
yeah, that's something I definitely like. To be honest, I need to do because it like it's like that fear of if I don't do this, then it's gonna or it's not gonna do well. It's like it's that fear, that fear of if I didn't, then But like you said, I do need to like, hey, kind of pump the brakes, kind of relax, and focus more
Yeah.
on self care, and that's something that was it's kind of like my 2021 like resolution is like relax, like
Yeah,
just
definitely.
relax. Shout out
Definitely.
turning 30 this year, dirty 30, shout out.
You're turning 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
dirty
I turned
30.
30 in September.
Flex,
R.I.P. to our youth.
flex. But yeah, but yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, yeah, like now it's like self care is like become like my number one priority. It's like, okay, now I have to really pay attention like to what I'm eating and really taking care. Go to the doctor and go do all that fun stuff. It's like because it's important and it
Mm-hmm.
and like you said, exercise more, get back into
Yeah.
exercise because you can go into the gym and have a type of mindset. Once you there, you kind of ironically work through it by working out, but like you do in a way,
Mm-hmm.
and the thing that most people are afraid of is they just think about it, they don't do it. Like when it comes to doing this podcast or it comes to doing like the What Up podcast with Kevin and
Mm-hmm.
Jin and all the other crew. As you saw, even though you had a bad acts of emergency, you saw how crazy they can be. And so it's like, okay, now I gotta wrangle them in, make sure they don't go too far off the edge. Or
But see, people look forward to that. People
yeah, I
look
know.
forward to it. Even if you have to take time off for your podcast or whatever, or a day or two, like you're gonna have your faithful crew that's gonna come back, and no matter what, like when you're ready,
Mhm.
definitely,
Yeah,
definitely.
yeah, yeah.
It's fun. It's fun. I need to finish working on my. Oh, never mind.
Oh, at your business? Shut up.
The video for
Oh
the
yeah,
for Kevin.
yeah. Yeah, he's messaging me like, hey, like, are they gonna finish it? Or I'm like,
I
I know, I
know.
like they're working on it. They're working on it. But
I'll
yeah,
send it to him
like
after this.
even to shout out to Kevin, like Kevin, like just to kind of bring it all full circle. Last like near the end of December, like that's when I wanted to give up. Like the page, I wanted to give it the page, just like cut it out the podcast, not do it. But then Kevin reached out, like some message, like, "Hey, like, what if you do this? I see you live streaming. Why don't you just do like giving advice and like giving like support, like encouragement, like just keep it on, man, keep on it, keep doing it. Like don't worry about it, just keep doing it. And then bam, the page grew to over 1,000 and 200. It just kept growing and growing and growing. And the live streaming, more people kept viewing. It's like that's sometimes like just to bring it the whole thing. Just that's what it takes.
Yeah.
It's just one conversation, just
Yeah,
to make all the difference.
definitely. Most definitely that one conversation. Well, boom, like a firecracker. Boom, chakalaka.
Chakalaka.
Definitely.
So, as we wrap this up, so I think we're at time. What is one thing that you want to leave people as they go through this week, as they see this? What's one thing you want to tell people? Like what's like your encouragement, like for the week, like or in general? What's one thing you want to tell people across the world? But no, just
haters gonna hate. No, just kidding.
Haters gonna hate. Like
just kidding. Whoa, something fell. Oh, and no. Nothing. Well, just to keep fighting, keep pushing, like keep going through your week. You're not alone. You're definitely not alone. There's someone out there. Hey, if you can't find it out there, we're here at Is It Though podcast. We're here. It's a little community. You're more than welcome to join us. We're here for you. We're here for each other, and just continue fighting, because you have a purpose. Everybody on this earth has a purpose, and continue. If you haven't found it yet, then look for it. Take it. It's an adventure. Go on an adventure and find your purpose. Don't give up. Like, your life is so precious, definitely so precious. And if you feel like you are not making an impact, you are. Trust me. Like I said in the podcast, like I said before, Trey may have not known it, but he did make an impact. 10 years ago? And you just continue planting those seeds and just keep rocking. Stay groovy.
Stay groovy, bro. Stay groovy, bro.
Stay groovy.
Stay groovy, bro. But just to echo what Chris said, like you're not alone. Like we're here. We're small, but we're here. We're here in force.
Yes.
We'll keep Kevin away from you. We'll keep Kevin away from you at the beginning, but there's no promises.
Hey, Kevin's cool.
Yeah, Kevin's cool. I'm just joking.
He has an awesome sense of humor. Even if it's dark, it's awesome. No.
It is. It's awesome. It's awesome. But he's
yeah. But yeah, definitely. You're not alone, guys. You're not alone. And don't be afraid to admit it. Don't be afraid to open up.
Mm-hmm. Open up.
Definitely.
If you need to seek out help, man, hey, reach out. It could be family members. There's professionals. There's a hotline. Feel free. Like, don't, like, the worst thing you do is, like, be ashamed, not, and just keep it inside. Like, like, the more open you are talking about it, the more it's kind of, like, easier to get through. Not get through, but kind of, like, deal with,
Yeah, definitely.
Be sure to check us out on our Facebook page at Is It Though? Our community is it though? Brain fart. And our YouTube page, which you're viewing right now. Subscribe. Be a friend. Tell a friend. If you liked it, be a friend. Tell a friend. If you don't, pretend like it didn't happen. Just kidding. Love you. Just kidding. I love you either way. And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Peace.